Hey everybody, welcome back to the Movie Pod. My name's Isaac, and you will be joined by Joseph later on, just after this little intro. This episode I actually dragged from our last episode of the Movie Pod, where Joseph and I went through film franchises and came to a conclusion on whether they should continue or not continue, and Star Wars was one of them. And so I'm just pulling a segment. We talked about Star Wars, we ended up talking about Attack of the Clones. Things got heated between our opinions, and I think it was a really good episode we could, just put out on the channel. And we're both open to talking about this more in depth, a bit more civil next time. So if you guys want us to continue this debate, we will. But yeah, it does get a bit heated. It's a good debate, it's a good argument, but yeah, things get heated, but we're all good. And yeah, enjoy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
say Star Wars ended in 2005. Think of, well, you couldn't think of it, but listeners, think of Back to the Future. They're talking about bringing that back. Dumb idea.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future had 3 movies. Fantastic, each movie. It's before its time. Spielberg, genius. Fucking amazing. But here's the thing about Star Wars is, and again, you're going to disagree here, Isaac.
You're gonna say it should have stopped after the original trilogy?
No.
Oh.
I think the importance of the Clone Wars is that it makes 1 and 2 so much better.
Yeah?
I feel like if you don't watch the Clone Wars, 1 and 2, especially 2,
Why
more so
especially
2.
2? I love 2.
No,
Not because
you
of...
didn't. You didn't 3 months ago.
What? 2 has always been in my top 6. Always.
Yeah, because there is 6.
Well,
Because
there's
you always consider the last 3 not counting. So of course it's going to be in the top 6, you dope.
No! Literally look at my ranking. I have 11 Star Wars movies in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Attack of the Clones is 4th on my list. Right now.
Yeah, but it never used to be. And what I'm saying is...
Well, then it was Phantom Menace. That's the only reason it used to be 4th of Phantom Menace, but I swapped to Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones when I did my Star Wars chronological order rewatch.
Okay. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Amazing.
If you... No, it's just not though.
What the
It's the worst of the 6.
No, it's not. That's your opinion.
It's the worst of the 6.
I don't think it is.
It's the worst of the 6.
I don't think so. That's your opinion, buddy. It's really not. What's wrong with it?
Obviously, I don't need to say it, but the writing.
The writing! You're calling What are you
No,
saying?
the script writing.
The dialogue?
Yes.
Do not confuse
I always call it the writing.
with the writing, dude. The writing is the story. It's dude, what are you doing? My god. Writing in Star Wars is some of the best writing ever.
Yeah, I meant
It's
dialogue.
dialogue.
I meant script writing.
Dialogue was...
I've always called it writing.
Mate.
I don't know why.
Mate.
Sorry, the dialogue. I don't need to say the dialogue.
Well, that's just... That's...
Like,
everyone
it's
knows
just...
that. One thing.
Yeah.
Dialogue is terrible.
I don't know. It's just like...
Do you think the acting's bad?
Yeah.
Oh! Tell me you don't understand. Who's acting? No,
Not just Anakin's. I know you're gonna cut.
Do you think Anakin's bad? Do you think Hayden Christensen's acting
No, I know you're gonna hit me with a counter
Stop.
argument. I already know what you're gonna say.
Do you think
No,
Hayden
you don't-
Christensen's
shut up.
acting is bad?
No, Anakin's supposed to be awkward.
Do you... Tell me you don't
Because
understand
Anakin doesn't know how to speak to women.
Without telling me you don't know this.
I'm literally telling.
Oh my god.
I'm literally saying what you're about to say. Anakin's awkward, right?
Dude, do you think Hayden's acting was bad?
I don't think it was bad. I just don't think it was below par. His acting in 3 was a leaps and bounds better. You
Oh.
can't say. No. Listen. So
He did
how much of a gap?
perfectly what George wanted to do.
Yeah,
Nah.
that doesn't make it good.
Then blame
Just
the
because it's what
directing.
George envisioned.
Then blame the directing if you don't agree with it. Dude.
Okay.
I can't believe you just said that. Tell me you don't understand Anakin Skywalker without telling me you don't understand Anakin Skywalker.
I just said okay. Explain Anakin Skywalker, because didn't I
Hayden-
just say that
Okay,
he's an
listen.
awkward kid who doesn't know how to
Okay,
talk to people?
And that's how Hayden portrayed
Is that
it.
what you...
And that's how Hayden
Yeah,
portrayed
yeah,
it. So
yeah,
how
yeah,
was Hayden's
yeah.
acting bad?
No. You can portray somebody like it's still
What?
like there's a fine
doesn't make
line
sense.
between being awkward and being like
And
I don't know.
Hayden
It's just
portrayed an awkward teenage.
it wasn't just him. Like Padme's wasn't great. Like again, hers in 1 and 3 are significantly better. Like, can you tell me that Natalie Portman's acting in 3 is not better than in 2? Tell me that.
3 is obviously the best of the prequel.
No. That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked.
Better than everything in 2.
Yeah, but that's not what I asked, is it?
The writing, the acting.
Yeah, but Isaac, that's not what I asked.
What did you ask?
Is Natalie Portman's acting
And I literally
in
just
3
answered that.
better than 2?
Yes. Everything in 3
Okay.
is better than 2.
Yeah. Would you say her acting in 1's better than in 2?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that means obviously she's gonna have to have a weaker movie. 2 happens to be the worst one of the 3 for her.
Yeah.
Anakin
But,
go 3, 2, 1.
I feel like this was Ewan's worst movie. You can argue he wasn't a lot in Phantom. He wasn't
Okay,
big in
because
Phantom
I would
Menace
say this
until
now. 2 is the middle of the story. 1's the start of the story. 3's the end of the story.
That's
Two
nothing
is
to do with the
that
acting.
Middle ground. No. He doesn't have any his acting's not bad. There's just nothing to be outstanding about it. 3 obviously is the best one because his literal apprentice turned to the dark side, literally dies.
That's why I offered Phantom Menace, not
and
Revenge.
1, his master literally dies. So there's emotional value in both. What outstanding performance does Ewan need to do in number 2? There's nothing that happens
You
for him
don't need to. You don't need to have an emotional value to have to have good acting.
Ewan's acting bad in 2?
No, I'm not. I'm asking you. Is 2 Ewan's worst performance?
It's not that his worst. No,
Out of the 3. No, out of the 3.
it's not that is. None of his performances are bad.
No. I'm not asking if they're bad. Worst.
Worst?
Things can be the worst without being bad.
Yeah, too, sure. Because there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be outstanding about it. You take away the end of 3, the only reason his best performance is 3 is because of the ending fight. Take away the ending fight, there's...
You can't
What
take
else
away the
is
ending
there?
fight though. That doesn't work.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly right.
Yep. But
So-
you don't need emotion to be good at acting.
It's
Like,
not
if
just the emotion.
if you
though.
need to rely on
It's
an
not just the
emotional
emotion,
scene
but
to
say
be...
you cut out the end of Revenge of the Sith. You don't have that fight, right? It just ends in a cliffhanger of about Order 66 is about to happen, right? And then we get another movie later, whatever, right? So it just ends right before Order 66 happens. You wouldn't say 3 is his most outstanding performance, would you?
No one say it's outstanding, but I'd still say it's better.
Exactly. Yeah. Because there's probably more.
I would still say it's better than 2.
More. Okay, that's fair. But the reason we say Ewan's best performance is 3 is because of that ending.
No, I'm not. You are.
Because that's just the fact. You don't have that ending.
No, but...
You don't understand, man.
No, you don't, because... you're just ignoring what I'm trying to say to you. Like, sure, take out
Two's not a bad
from Order
movie.
66.
That was the start of this conversation. You said 2
Yeah, I know.
is not a good movie. I don't. Okay, that's your opinion, sure, but I don't. In my opinion, I don't see how it's a bad movie. We literally see Anakin use the dark side for the first time. It's just the biggest development for Anakin.
Okay, no, but my main point was the Clone Wars makes it, like, substantially better.
I don't think so. I think it doesn't make it better. It adds to it. It doesn't.
Yes,
it
making
adds
it
to
so you can look back on it and be like, okay. Like,
a lot of people say that the Clone Wars fixed the prequels. That's bullshit.
No,
they didn't fix.
I don't
anything,
agree
they
that.
added to
But
it.
also, I'm just saying that the Clone Wars made Attack of the Clones and Revenge
to
of the
it.
Sith better.
Yeah, it added to it. Sure.
I'm saying I'm saying those two because again, Phantom Menace is like what
It's before the
10 years
Clone Wars.
before. Yeah, like it's a jump beforehand. But the point was, if we didn't if we stopped in the first 6, if we stopped at if we only had the first 6 and we didn't have the Clone Wars, I think that we wouldn't appreciate Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. I still think Revenge of the Sith would be up there, but I don't think we'd appreciate them as much.
I disagree, because I
If you ask anybody who has watched the movies and hasn't watched Clone Wars, and then tell them to watch Clone Wars...
Take me back to 3 years ago. Revenge of the Sith was my favorite movie of the Star Wars franchise. I liked it more than I did to Return of the Jedi. I hadn't watched the Clone Wars then. Revenge of the Sith was still my favorite Star Wars movie. And I hadn't watched the Clone Wars yet. Phantom Menace was
but you've also matured.
third back then. I absolutely loved the Phantom
Yeah,
Menace when I was a
things
kid.
change. Okay,
And I didn't watch
how
the
long
Clone Wars when I
ago...
was a kid.
Yeah, I didn't watch them either, but like if you sit down, most people have them watch the original, have them watch 1, 2, and 3 without the Clone Wars,
I think they would rank
and then
it
make them
1.
watch the Clone Wars at least. No,
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
asking what they're
Phantom Menace
ranking.
is bad, by the way. I pretty love that movie. Just clearing that out for everybody else.
If you sit them down and at least the essential episodes of the Clone Wars, obviously not the filler, but the essential episodes of the Clone Wars, I think people will have a bigger appreciation of.
I don't know, because some people
Of at least 2 and 3.
Because the Clone Wars is animation, people won't be able to connect them.
I should say actual,
you actually have to be Star Wars. You have to be Star Wars fans to watch the Clone Wars. I feel because normal people.
But you have to watch the
normal people.
Clone Wars to be real Star Wars fans.
Normal people, normal people watch prequels, right? Then they watch a few episodes of the Clone Wars. I feel like they wouldn't put the Clone Wars next to the prequels just because it's animation.
No,
they
but
wouldn't.
I'm talking about people. I'm obviously not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who enjoy Star Wars and the people who can look past like the animation. Like,
So already Star Wars fans. They're already gonna have opinions. It doesn't work.
you just slide past everything. I say you're blinded by bias.
How? Well, obviously, everyone has a bias. Everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah, but you're blinded by it.
I just am defensive about someone calling episode 2 bad, because that is bullshit.
Genuinely, like, you have called it bad within the last 8 months.
I have not called it bad.
You called it bad.
No, go find some evidence of me saying Attack of the Clones is a bad movie. Is a bad Star Wars movie. What?
No, not a bad Star Wars movie. No, you know it's not a bad Star Wars movie. But on a filmmaking level.
No, I can back that up 100. Attack of the Clones was the first ever digital film. It changed film.
Isaac.
So, again,
Isaac.
There's no way I would have ever said it was bad. It was
No,
bad on a
you can.
film
Okay. Alright.
scale.
You can
no way I
revolutionize
said that.
cinema with a bad movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Give me a bad movie. Give me an actual bad movie, like a poorly made movie.
I don't know. Green
Give me a
Lantern. That's just the first one that popped in my head.
Okay. If Green Lantern was the first computer-generated movie, would that be an amazing movie?
No.
There you go.
But I think the writing.
No, there you go.
Okay, but you're saying that 2 is bad. The reason I think 2 isn't a bad movie, what way do you think it's bad? Do you think like the obviously what do you think's bad?
Like again, I'm not saying it's a bad Star Wars movie. It is a good Star Wars movie. That's why I'm referring
I
to
think it's a good
the Clone
movie.
Wars. That makes it better because the story is good.
Yeah.
But
what's bad about episode
as a
2?
movie, the way that it is made as a movie is poor.
The way
Like,
it was made.
yes, it is. Sure.
The way it was made was bad.
Just, like, as a movie, a standalone. Say it's a standalone movie, and it has an actual finish and it has an
I see what
actual
you're trying to
start. Like, if you put Attack of the Clones and
You've never seen any other Star Wars movie. You
just
put
whatever
Attack of the
movie, Ferris Bueller Day Off for you. We'll say Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Oh no! How about this? What's a better movie? Like, just out and out. Is Rocky? What's your favorite? Rocky 3? Rocky 4?
3.
Rocky 3. Rocky 3 is a good made movie, right? And even if you don't watch the other ones beforehand or the ones after it, Rocky 3 is still
Yeah.
a good film.
Yeah. So you're
And no,
saying
it doesn't
if you just watch
revolutionize
episode
anything.
2, you watch Attack of the Clones on its own. You haven't seen any other Star Wars stuff. You think?
Well, this is what I'm
people would
saying.
say it
No.
was
This
bad?
is what I'm saying about how if you give it an actual ending, if you give it an actual
It's just a one-off movie.
give an
not
actual
part of a
start, give an
trilogy.
actual ending, so that you don't need to take it out of the trilogy. Is it a good movie?
Well, but you just said you added a start to it and add an end, so it would be different to what we got. You
Well,
can't
but then you ended up saying that as well. So just take it out of the trilogy,
Yep.
make it a standalone movie.
But the exact same as what we got.
But the exact same as what we got.
Pretty
But,
pissed off that I didn't really get an ending.
oh my god! See, this is what I mean about you avoiding my question.
No, I'm answering your question. If I watched that, my thoughts on it would be I'd be pretty pissed off that we got an ending saying the Clone Wars have begun, and then we got no other movie after it. There you go. That was your question.
That's not like an answer though.
How? I'm not calling
That's
that
on
movie bad, because I don't think it is.
It is
That's what you think. I don't think it's bad.
yeah, because again, the rest of the Star Wars universe saves it.
Okay, so that makes it a good movie.
So I'm saying no. It makes it in a good franchise.
No? Okay, so then why is 7, 8, and 9 bad? If it's part of the Star Wars franchise.
Because it ruins the franchise.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
We don't need to discuss that. You're just trying to find excuses out of this.
Okay, so how is... I just don't think Episode 2 is bad. I think it's a fantastic movie.
It's a fantastic story. It's not a fantastic movie.
I think it's a fantastic movie.
It's got, like, below par acting, even considering the rest of the other two.
Tell me how
It's
the
got
acting is bad.
Jar Jar-
I genuinely want to know how. Because I don't know how it's bad. I feel like people who say the acting in the prequels is bad do not understand the vision of... don't understand the characters. That's what I think.
You can just argue that for Anakin. I asked you about Natalie Portman and Ewan McGregor, and you didn't have an answer for that.
I literally did. It's not bad. It's not that their acting is bad. It's the weakest of the three, but it's not bad. The reason it's the weakest of the three is because there is no reason it would be better than the other two. The other two have so much more going for them in episode 1 and 3. I think Anakin's performance is amazing in episode 2 because it's the first time Anakin tempts with the dark side. He literally uses his mother. He loses his mother. So Hayden has to give a good performance. It's not that Ewan and Natalie didn't give a good performance in episode 2. It's just they didn't have as much going on for them as they do in episode 1 and episode 3. So there isn't a reason for something to be outstanding for them. There's nothing that happens to their characters.
No, but they're still on screen.
They're still on screen, yeah? But there's nothing that happens to their characters. Ewan McGregor acts
Things don't need to happen to your character to have a good performance.
Ewan McGregor acts the exact same way as he does in episode 2 that he does in episode 3. The exact same way. Episode 3, he has to... At the end of episode 3, he has to... I don't know how to explain it, but it's more outstanding. Episode 3, his acting because of that ending. Because he actually had to do something. What does he have to do in episode 2? He goes to the Caminos. Gets chased by Jango Fett. What is he gets captured by Count Dooku. What does he have to do in episode 2?
That shouldn't have to constitute good acting.
So how was his acting bad in episode 2? How was it bad?
You're just temperamental.
What does that mean?
You're temperamental.
What does that mean?
You're blinded by bias and nostalgia.
I asked you and now you're not answering mine.
Yeah, because you refused to answer like 7 of mine.
I literally answered you one about Natalie.
No.
I don't think their acting's bad.
Those...
They acted how their character didn't. Their two characters didn't have a.
Okay.
Obviously, they're the main character. They're part of the main characters.
This is my point. You shouldn't have to rely on a scene to make your acting good. Your acting should make a scene good.
But if there's nothing to act around, how can it?
What do you mean?
Good?
Okay.
What?
Recent one.
Fine.
Oppenheimer. Matt Damon. What does he have to do throughout the entire movie?
Exactly. His acting is good. His acting's fine. How? Okay, you still haven't answered my question.
Yep.
How is?
Yep.
Okay, you've asked me how is it good. How is it bad? I'll ask you that. How is?
It is just. It feels. It's poor dialogue. It's
okay. It's the dialogue, so not the acting.
You can still act well with poor dialogue. Like, I don't know.
So how is the
feels
acting bad?
fine. Okay, fine. Whatever. The acting's fine, Isaac. The acting's fine.
If you think it's bad, cool. That's your opinion, but I'm intrigued to know how it's bad.
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Not right now. I'd have to watch it.
The dialogue makes
Maybe it is just the dialogue. It is just the dialogue. The dialogue is rocky.
The dialogue is terrible.
The dialogue doesn't. Okay, fine. We'll agree on that then. It's not the acting, it's the dialogue.
That's what I was saying from the start.
No, it wasn't.
I just got a bit defensive. You said Hayden's acting was bad. You said episode 2 was bad, and if that's your opinion, sure. But I wanted you to elaborate on.
You're temperamental.
What did that even mean?
Yep. Look it up.
Temperamental
film star of a person liable to unreasonable changes of mood relating to a person's. Because my opinion changed, so I'm temperamental.
No, you just it's like what the fuck? I don't know. You refuse to acknowledge. Like, I don't know how somebody as
I
just get that you're blinded. Yeah, but
the dialogue is bad. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
but
back up. I'm defending.
you
Alien
called it a good
viewing.
movie because it adds computer generated. That's one of your reasons to saying it's a good
That's
movie.
one of my reasons to say it's a good movie. Yeah.
But I hit you with
That's one of
if
my
Green
good
Lantern was the first.
Yeah, but that's a shit
But
movie.
it-
I think there's better.
Yeah.
I think.
No. Listen. You never. This is one of the questions that you never answered.
Okay, I think
If
Attack
Green
of the-
Lantern-
Wait, before we go off, because people might. Okay, I think Attack of the Clones is a good movie. Not just because it was digitally made. It was the first digital film. I don't think that's. If Green Lantern was what we got and it also was digital, I would still think it's a shit movie. If Attack of the Clones wasn't digitally made, I would still think it's a good movie because I think it has a good story. I think it's got a good story. That's what a movie is a story.
No, but you called it good because it was computer generated.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
But that can't be.
It's okay. You take it all.
plus.
You take it. Okay, it's okay. Then it's not a plus. It was just computer generated. Okay, and it doesn't. Okay, sure. Computer generated doesn't make it bad. It doesn't make it good. Sure.
You better off just cutting all this out.
Why?
Because no one's gonna want to listen to this.
I'm not cutting it out.
Just cut it
The
out.
whole point is debating.
No, we've gone on for like an hour.
Yeah, no, we have.
Just cut it out.
I'm not cutting it out. That's our point
It's-
of the podcast. We debate. It was a good debating session. Got a bit fired up.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
You did too, buddy.
Yeah, only because you're not good at debating.
Yeah, well, thanks for that.
No, it's okay. No, just like as a movie, if you compare it to the top 100 movies, how they're made, how the scenes are shot, the dialogue of each scene, it won't stand a chance. Individually,
Sure.
like, okay,
Sure.
how do you say sure so easily now?
You put it up against 100 other well-made movies, it might not be as close to them, but I still think it's a pretty goddamn good movie. It's entertaining, it's got a good story, good character arcs, good character development, good world,
Yeah,
amazing world
but
building.
again,
The dialogue is
that's
pretty shit. It's got good visual effects. Good
No, it
effects.
doesn't.
What?
a lot of visual effects. aren't
Visual
great.
effects that we have in the prequels didn't exist back in the early 2000s. George Lucas
Yeah,
crafted it himself. You can't call that bad. Okay, go watch the OT right now. Say those
No,
visual effects are good.
this
They're not
again,
good
this
now.
is again the point that I'm getting at about
The visual
because
effects.
it's
The visual effects are good.
yeah
for the
because
early
it's good for the
2000s.
70s.
The OT
Yeah.
visual effects are good for the 70s and 80s. The
Yeah,
prequel
but no
visual
one
effects are good
watches
for the
the
early-
OT for its visual effects. Like
No one
my
watches-
point is,
people watch Avatar for the visual effects.
yeah, but like there are movies that are better with worse visual effects.
Literally episode 1 to every single Star Wars movie ever made from the Skywalker Saga has been nominated for best visual effects at the Oscars. Episode 1, episode
For its time,
4,
I'm
5,
talking
6,
about
1,
now.
okay then.
The visual effects don't carry the movie.
Okay, you can say the same about the OT then. The visual effects aren't good now.
No, but no one's calling the visual effects good for the OT. No one's.
They were they were good back in the 70s and 80s. Same with the
Yeah,
prequels.
I
They were
know
good back
that.
then. They were, yeah, I don't.
But
don't
no one
understand what's the
nowadays
point now.
are going through. Yeah, no one nowadays are
Your
being
opinion
like,
is
oh,
right now about
the visual effect.
effects. I don't understand how this came.
You
to
just
the
called them
conversation.
good, and now you're saying that they're good for their time. Like they're not good. And yes, they're good for their time.
Yeah, they
Sure.
are good for their time. They're not. It's not that they're not good now. It happened 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. The visual effects are good for movies that came out 20 years ago and
Mhm.
nearly 50 years ago. They're amazing visual effects. I don't understand.
No, you don't.
So that's why I think Star Wars shouldn't die. I think that's why we should keep getting more Star Wars, so Jason and I can keep debating Star Wars like that, and talking for a good chunk of an hour about Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones and how it's a good or bad movie. But our next one on our list, we have James Bond.
Just take that out, and we'll just make another video of it.
I'm not taking that out. I'll put a timestamp
Yeah, do that.
from when we start debating heavily. I'll put a timestamp on this thing saying, if you don't want to listen to our rant, skip to here. I'll just do that, and then I'll take that from our debate and like upload it as well. And we'll make a separate episode out of it. That was a good debate.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was. That's a point of... You know, the amount of times Theory and Josh have debate like that. They get angry at each other and debate like that. That was good. You know, it's better views, right?